Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Lesbian News. Our top stories today spark absolute joy, absolute outrage, and everything in between. Our top headlines today are: is the Grey's Anatomy universe bringing back one of the most iconic lesbian characters for the 400th episode? And is this all while Station 19 destroys one of the most universally loved couples? We gauge the temperature with the women-loving women community. We're live with the L-Word Generation Q cast at the 33rd Annual GLAAD Awards. Ladies, looking great. Are we going to get a consistent timeline in Season 3? The Lesbian News exclusively announced the air date for Gentleman Jack a few weeks back due to an accidental reveal by HBO, but they're finally giving us confirmation on the Season 2 air date. And we discuss the release date and trailer for Arienne Mandi's new movie. All that and more coming up on the Lesbian News. Our top story today is Jessica Capshaw finally returning to the Grey's Anatomy universe. Jessica was spotted on set last week, and with the 400th episode airing next month, it seems Arizona Robbins' return to Grey's is definitely in our grasp. With the 400th episode being a milestone very few shows reach, Grey's Anatomy has decided that the finale for the 18th season will be a 2-hour explosive episode. Rumors swirl about many returning OGs, so here's hoping that Arizona is one of them. On the other side of the coin, Station 19 seems to be decimating one of the most beloved couples in the Grey's Anatomy Station 19 universe. Prior to this season, fan favorites Maya and Karina were one of the most positive representations on television. However, this season, the writers had the bright idea that the center of a women-loving women couple should be a man.
No, don't like that.
Viewers are outraged and have been airing their grievances on social media. With only a few episodes remaining of the 5th season, viewers are worried that there's no time left for the writers to steady this ship. Grey's Anatomy and Station 19 both go on a short hiatus after the new episode this week, with the finale for Station 19 airing on May 26th and the 399th episode and 400th episode of Grey's Anatomy airing on May 26th. Here's hoping the writers can dig themselves out of this hole before the finale. On to our next story. 3 weeks ago, the Lesbian News exclusively revealed that BBC would be premiering Gentleman Jack on April 10th, followed by HBO on April 25th. You'll remember this was a leak at HBO, but it seems as though we finally got confirmation. 2 very different trailers were released by both of the media juggernauts, and this week we'll see British audiences seeing the show a full 2 weeks before the Americans. Will everyone be able to remain spoiler-free? If you don't think you can remain spoiler-free, check down below in the description box for a link to a VPN. And before the rest of our stories, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Miss G. G, how's the weather looking for the bank holiday next week? Thanks, G. On to our next story. Star of the L-Word Generation Q, Arienne Mandi is starring in a new movie for the Hallmark channel. Ari is starring alongside Katherine McNamara from Arrow fame.
Hi.
and of course, the one and only Melora Hardin from The Office.
This is why I do it. That's what I have to come home to. She probably won't be up for a few hours.
The movie will be airing on Hallmark on Saturday, April 16th, and although they probably cannot recreate the Danny and Gigi magic,
I've been having this pseudo-sexual friendship with Gigi. If my feelings change, I will let you know. I find that hard to believe.
viewers are excited about seeing a women-loving women couple taking center stage in a Hallmark movie.
Take a chance, they said.
I'm Frankie. Francesca. Nice to meet you.
Is it worth a shot? Melora Hardin, Arienne Mandi, Katherine McNamara.
Now we just wait and see who walks through that door.
Love Classified.
And finally, we're going to check in at the 33rd Annual GLAAD Awards with stars of the L Word Generation Q, Leisha Hailey, Kate Moennig, Jack Toboni, and Rosanny Zayas. Let's go over to our live reporter on the scene. Here live at the 33rd Annual GLAAD Awards, the ladies from the L Word Generation Q have just arrived. Let's see if we can get some much needed answers. Ladies, looking great. Are we going to get a consistent timeline in season 3? Kate, looking great. Is Shane going to have a story arc this season? Rosanny, looking fab. Is Sophie going to get a redemption arc this season, or is she still going to be the villain? Jack, looking great. Is Finley going to get a backstory like we were promised? Leisha, looking amazing. Are we going to get a overarching storyline this season for Alice and everyone? Well, unfortunately, it looks like the ladies are quite tight-lipped when it comes to season 3. Back to you at the studio. Looks like the cast wants to remain tight-lipped when it comes to the writing and reviews of the L Word Generation Q. And that's all we've got time for today at the Lesbian News. Thank you to our patron producers who make the Lesbian News possible. And make sure to check back next week for even more Lesbian News. From everyone here at the studio, Miss G and myself, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.